guys, it's Amber, and I am in the middle of redoing my day 6. I actually had all kind of footage for you guys and a completed project, and I just was not happy with it. Sorry, that's my cat making his normal appearances. And I wasn't feeling it. I felt like it was forcing it the whole time I was working on it. So I'm doing something that is more my style when I have a lot of photos. My original pocket had, well, I had this card here with some music note stuff attached to these squares that I pulled off. I'll reuse this somewhere else in the album because I love this. I really wanted to use it for day 6. Wasn't vibing, but I had this in a 4x6 pocket, and then the 6 2x2s on the bottom, and I had little flip ups, but yeah, it just wasn't working for me. So I'm going to be doing one of my favorite pages, which is the 12x12 pocket page. I hadn't planned to use it for day 6 because I just did a similar advent calendar style page for day 3. So I feel like they're a little closer together than I normally would like. But I already glued down that chipboard 6. Keep in mind, I could make that a 9, but it's already stuck to that music note paper. So I'm just going to go with it, and nobody's going to care if there are 2 12 pocket style page protectors or prop pages right next to each other. So what I have going on is I'm telling new music or new to me music stories. So I've got little picture cutouts of the album covers. I did something like this about 3 years ago. I've also done this with movies. I've done this with concert photos. So right now what I'm doing is finding things to fill in these holes. I usually like to have 3 things in 3s. So I have 5 photos that'll be on the front. I'm going to be printing a 4th one, and I'm going to have a 5th photo that'll be on the back. Right now I'm going to look for a 3rd star potentially. I really like this clear one that was from the star kit. It's got the copper and the black star, so it'll help pull in the colors I'm working with here. I might move it somewhere else. I kind of liked it down here, but might move it up here. I was looking for one of these chipboard pieces. These came in the main kit, and I was looking for 2 that kind of matched up front to back, so I could put one on each side since this will be transparent. I have Cheer and Jolly, and then I also have Noel and Sing, and I also have Play, which matches these as well. I really like the idea of using Play, so I might do one of the other 2 on the bottom, but I just dug through that whole chipboard thing to try to find something that would work, so I'm not going to put them away quite yet. So what I'm doing is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open spaces, and usually these pages work best for me when I can find some balance. So if I can do like 3 circles and 3 stars, it will look really nice because all the rest are squares, and then I can find things that go on the back that match them. So the kind of stuff I'm looking at, this is a very red heavy side, so I'm not planning to put any more red on here. I'm going to keep with black, white, and some neutrals to help keep it from being too bright. But on the back side here, I've got some blues, another peachy kind of color, another red. I found this die cut from Jasmine Jones from a few years ago, so that might work, especially if I back one of these transparent pieces on the back side of it. And then I would do something else too, like center something in the middle of it and play with like some layering. So I'm looking at that. I've got the chipboard heart that was actually used in my project before. I've just got to put that back. I've found these star die cuts from last year's kit add-ons. I like the Noel because it is a Christmas song thing. I found this Christmas one that I thought might go on the back because there's blues, but it might be too tealy. I could really just punch out pattern paper, but I also have this Bring on the Wonder, which is a nice green, Magic, Ho Ho Ho, and then this gold star, which I could use the gold on the back and it would probably look nice. We'll see. I'm not sure. For now, I pulled out the blue one. So I'm going to be tucking that into a pocket somewhere. Maybe that'll go up here. Tuck those away. I've got some chipboard pieces pulled out that are all circles that are similar sizes. to maybe put over here. What I'll do when I have double chipboard is I'll put one in the pocket, and then whichever one goes on the other side goes on the outside, so that it's not super thick. And generally I like to put them on transparencies to bring in some pattern. We'll see if I can find anything because this is already on a transparency. But I have, these are all Felicity Jane. I've got the Starburst, the Joy, Fa La La, and then Christmas. I won't definitely use the Fa La La on this side because I have this Fa La La wood piece from Color Cast Designs. I'm thinking about layering that on this black and copper transparency circle from this year's kit. I don't want to cover it up too much, but it looks good together with the wood and the copper, and just brings in another hint of black. And this is like a rose gold copper color, and so is this. So I definitely want to stick with something like that. I did look at the rest of my stars, but they're either reds or whites. So I don't think I'm going to use those. Already went through my circles here. Oh, pardon me. I do have a bunch more wooden circles here. So I've gone through all my die cuts and circle pieces. And now I'm starting to pull out my chipboard. So I've got this music note I'm considering. I've got the Noel, maybe some quirk pieces. I really like this dark green Mary. I just thought that would help bring some darkness to the other side. And I have this Holly Jolly Christmas, which would actually look great because that's a dark black. So I probably should. I have a feeling I'm going to go with that one as a way to help balance out some of this black. I'm thinking that I'm going to actually, because this star doesn't fit in the pocket, I'm thinking I might like just keep it at an angle on the outside just to play with it and give it something fun. I do have this black and white circle, which could look cute if I layered something else on top of that. Might be too big. So yeah, I just went through and pulled out things I have that could layer well. I've got this puffy sticker pack. It's got this copper Fa La La. This, I had the Jolly, which I thought maybe could look good if I need something flat on the other side. And then I pulled these out because this also has the Fa La La pattern. It's in a dark green. Though What Fun's kind of a Christmas lyric. And even just the red stripe could get used. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I did have this pattern paper punched out for the other layout, and I actually did think that maybe that would make a cute star for the other side. And it would really help pull out the pink in this die cut if I use that. So one of the things that I need to do is tuck some things into pockets. I can't do that yet because these also have adhesive on them from me tearing them off of the other project. So I'm not ready to slip them in the pockets. I need to kind of figure out where I'm going to go with these. I'm going to print one more to match, so I have 5 photos. And then I'm also still thinking about doing flip up journaling like I did yesterday, but printing it out so that this would lift up, and maybe only just doing it on a few. Like I could do all of them on the front and maybe just not doing them on the back, or I'm not sure yet. I have not officially decided yet, but it kind of lays funny because everything's popped up a little bit, but it definitely will look better than when I was trying to force it with this. It wasn't going. So I will pop you a fast forward. I might not film all of this because when I have stuff like this going on, I am a very slow decision maker, but I will try to show as much as I can without boring you. So I will show you the finished project when it's done, and then I'm really excited to show you my day 7 project because I actually already finished that, and then I have a really fun project planned for day 8, and we'll see where we get. So thanks so much. I will show you what's going on shortly. Alright, so I'm showing you a quick preview there of what my journaling looks like. I created 2-inch boxes in Photoshop and then filled them in with journaling. It's a size 12 font of Remington Noiseless. So I took some time there to trim everything out, and I'm going to show you how I'm creating these little pieces here. So I'm using my paper piercer to poke through both my journaling block and my photo so that they line up correctly. Then I'm sliding the journaling into the pocket, and then I'm taking care to only poke through the front half of the page protector, like by going through at an angle. Then I'm placing the brad through the top photo, through the page protector and the journaling, and then folding the flaps down so that it's only going through the first pocket. And then it can be swiveled up and out of the way to check it out, which is pretty fun. I considered making them like creased along the top so they could be flipped up, but I didn't want them to not lay flat, and then I wouldn't have needed really the brads anyway. But I'm pretty happy with how this came out. So as you can see there, I'm just testing another one. I'm checking to make sure the journaling fits down in the pocket. Sometimes with these 2x2 page protectors, it kind of hangs out the top. So I'm just trimming everything down. And I'm going to do another one as an example here for you before I kind of just turn off the camera, because I end up doing this for like all 10 photos. There's 5 on the front and 5 on the back. The back ones are a little bit more difficult to get to, but it wasn't that hard. So just something that I needed to kind of work just slow and steady at. And I didn't do any measuring here. I just kind of eyeballed everything. They're not perfect, but they're close enough to center. And this seemed to work pretty well the way I was doing this. And I absolutely love these mini star brads that I got from Michaels. They are super cute. I've used them a few times in the album. I've been using the like coppery color ones to help match the theme going from Allie Edwards this year, but I used all 10 black ones on this layout here. So I'm just making sure that it's smooth. And then here I'm going to start doing a little bit of embellishing on the front. So I'm taking one of the 2-inch transparency circles. That's the black one with the copper constellation pattern. And then I'm adding the Fa La La wood piece from Colorcast Designs on there. And I just attached the die cut to the back so that they were facing the same direction. Then I'm getting ready to staple on that star from the star kit. It's super cute. And of course, right as I grabbed my stapler, I realized I was out of staples. So I refilled it, got it stapled on in place, and then I added the little chipboard pieces on with some red line tape. I trimmed down, I believe it was play to match sing on the other side. Then here you can see I am taking the cork stickers from last year's kit, and I attached those. I put them both on the outside of the album, actually, of the page protector, I mean, on the album. And there I was attaching the star pieces to a clear piece of acetate and adding some chipboard on the outside. And just kind of going through the motions here of getting everything attached. So that Holly Jolly chipboard went on the front, and then I cut out a circle piece to match it using the backer out of the coppery paper, and that was a good choice because I have the star in the upper left hand corner, the circle, and then that pink Jasmine Jones die cut to help kind of pull some pink throughout the page there, because they all kind of cast to that pinky sort of color. And then I'm adding on the chipboard pieces. So I have the one that says Christmas and one that says, I think, oh, the Black Joy one. Those are all color Felicity Jane. And then that's a die cut from last year that's like about 1.25 inches, and I used my 1-inch punch to trim it down so that I could make it match the thick notes. Okay guys, project is all completely finished. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It's still not perfect, and it's driving me crazy when these are sliding all over the place, but for the most part I really like the balance. You know, I've got 2 stars, I've got the 3 circles, a hexagon shape instead of a 3rd star just to break it up a little. I use these mini brads from Recollections with Michaels. These are like a metallic set, silver, copper, gold, and black. I considered using these red ball ones, but I decided the stars would be really fun instead. So I've got my little swiveling pictures here that pull out of the way so that you can read the journaling underneath. It's just little notes about each one. Pretty much kept everything like I had planned to do when I first showed you my ideas. Here I added some more pinky copper paper to match this one. It was from the same piece to help pull in these pinks. And I think this backside came out pretty well. These two were the Felicity Jane pieces, and that was from an old chipboard kit from a few years ago, I think 2018. But yeah, overall, I think it's really fun. It's going to be cute to go back and look at the little notes that I made. And I also wanted it to be more obvious, like who and what they were about. So yeah, hope you are inspired and are interested in making one of these 12 pocket 2x2 spreads, and you're not afraid of them. It's one of my favorite pages to do in every album. There's always at least one. Sometimes I've done two. But I really enjoy it, and I like putting things inside. Oh, excuse me. I like putting things inside and outside just to give it some variety, and play with sizes as well. So thanks again so much for watching, and if you're interested, you can subscribe. You'll get notified when my videos are live, and let me know what you think in the comments. I like hearing from people. So thanks again.